Hi, Libra. Welcome to your reading for March 31st, the week of, or whenever it resonates. So I'm very happy with this. The first song that I heard, well, actually, I saw you with a lasso at a rodeo. And the message was, it is your rodeo. Now it is your rodeo. So I know that expression has often been, it's not your rodeo, you don't have to get involved, as though it was a problem. But this is basically, the feel of this is, it's your turn. And the song that was playing in my head was an old Diana Ross song, I'm Coming Out. And here it is. There's a new me coming out, and I just had to live. And I want to give, I'm completely positive. I think this time around I'm going to do it. And that's really the feeling that I'm getting with this, Libra, is that there is this feeling as I'm tuning into this energy that you have broken through something that you thought was very thick, but it was literally like a rice paper screen. And some of you may not have broken through yet completely, but you're seeing the cracks in it. And what that represents to me is that you have been able to see through some of the attitudes that you've had that have held you back, that have been disempowering to you. And now all of a sudden, you're understanding that you're not a victim of your emotions, that you have the ability to work with them and be constructive with them. That for many years, for a lot of you, it's felt as though whatever was going on emotionally, whether it was from trauma, whether it was just training, that you didn't seem to have the belief that you could change your emotions, that you could change your perspective on things. It's like they were carved in stone and it was hopeless to even try. Now what I'm seeing is the first card that you get is power. It literally jumped out of the deck. And that, to me, this card power is talking about real power doesn't come from the mind, which is trying to force something. Real power is coming from an innate sense within us of who we really are. And that it is a radiating force that is directed by the soul, that is self-correcting, that is wise, and that is connected to everything else so that synchronicities and events flow naturally. And this is something that I feel you are now starting to understand, that you have a deeper power, that you can rely on something other than just your logical mind, which, while it's a very beautiful mind, we know it has its limitations. It does for all of us, right? It feels to me as though you're starting to understand that you are in dialogue with forces other than your personality, that there is a sense of connection to other things and starting to experience the beauty and the magic of being connected to the unified field and to spirit and other dimensions. And whether or not you're grounded in them yet, what I feel is though you're exploring them. The beautiful thing, Libra, is that it's like you've opened your mind to all of these possibilities, and therefore many things are going to change for you. They already are. And sometimes you don't see it because you can be really hard on yourselves when it comes to noticing change and owning it. There's almost like a part of you that goes back and says, yeah, but maybe it wasn't really that big a deal, or it wasn't me. Or you don't stand back and notice the positives, because that has been something that you've been slow to do for yourself. It's almost like you were embarrassed to do it, or you felt like you shouldn't do it because maybe that was being egotistical. But now what it feels like to me is that you're getting over that kind of silliness, that kind of, I almost want to say false humility, because that's a whole other discussion in terms of what that means and how to deepen that in understanding. But let's just say what I feel is that you're starting to feel like it is not an unholy thing or a blasphemous thing to believe positively about yourself. You may have already reached the ability to have moments of deep self-love or appreciation or just kind acceptance of yourself. But whatever stage you're at on that scale of moving into deep self-understanding and self-love, Many of you have done it. Some of you are still on the path, but this is the energy that I'm seeing for you. You're being encouraged by Spirit to really make a conscious effort to choose, to start really exercising that choice muscle for yourself. Because this is where you really have power. Your power is very definitely in your ability to choose. And Libra, sometimes you've had a very hard time choosing because you weren't in touch enough with your own feelings to be able to know what to choose. So you chose according to the people around you, what was going to be good for them, because that kind of put you at peace and kept you out of the idea of being in conflict. No more, Libra, because now this is your rodeo. You get to call the shots. You get to say if you're going to ride the bull. You get to say when it starts. And the choice, I like this card for you right now because this is an ongoing process, right? For all of us. This self-discovery, this learning how to self-love, this understanding of where power really comes from and what's the nature of it, the sacredness of that, and the right and the responsibility of being in that energy and what that means. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey. And will take you into very deep places of yourself, but deep and loving places of yourself. You're being asked to remember that when you're not used to choosing, it can feel really uncomfortable for a whole bunch of reasons, whatever they are in your particular situation. But what you're being told is that if you start by choosing small things, you'll get used to the feeling of it. You'll get over the discomfort of being the one to take a stand and make a decision. And of course, the beauty of the example that I use all the time, because I think it's really simple and something we can often connect to because it relates to us physically, but it's not that huge a deal, is what kind of supper? What would you like to order in tonight? Or where would you like to go out? Well, instead of saying, I don't know, you choose. Pick one. Just pick one. Well, I think I'd like Chinese food tonight. And then as you say that, you might realize, no, I don't think I want Chinese. I think I want Thai food. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's do Thai. Now, you see, it's a simple little thing, but as soon as you make a statement and affirm something, your system knows beyond even logical thinking about it, whether or not you really want that, whether or not your system, your body wants that. So this is a really good way to start getting in touch with what it feels like to make a choice that's in alignment with your well-being. And it also starts training you to be able to, in the face of other people's opinions, take a chance on making a statement about what you want and just see what happens. Because this is your rodeo. What's a rodeo? A rodeo is raw, it's fun, it's ruckus, it's taking chances, it's a little wild. And that's, I feel like, what you're being told. You're being told, do it big, engage in life 100%. So for me, this is really about this, start really working with choices. And if you're having difficulty with the big ones, start with the small ones, but really start exercising that and really use that as a way to, and now you get dreaming. Dreaming is an act of creation. Our most life-enhancing dreams are our higher minds or spirits speaking to us about potential and fulfillment for the kind of life our personalities and egos have limited. Oh my God, this is exactly where I see you being. So dream big, dream in technicolor, dream rich, dream full and affluent in all things. And that's where you are experiencing the power to choose and using your intuition, okay? The more you can get quiet and start making choices and feel the response to that, the more you're going to be able to start trusting your intuition, okay? Intuition, you got it. We all do. It's not something that's a gift. We've all got it. We just have to learn how to tune into that, okay? Libra, I'm so very happy because you've got all the cards that say to me, yes, this is your rodeo, but it's your rodeo in terms of this is your playground. You're starting to see the capacity that you have to play with life rather than be railroaded by life. Okay? Libra, this is great. I'm very happy for you. Mwah! Take care.